Working now?
I don't know what's going on with this. I still can't hear you. I don't know if it's me.
Oh.
If you can't hear me right now, well, if you can hear me right now, I can't hear you. I've
Uh.
basically what I've done with the tournament is I've put the USB into my PlayStation and put the other bit into my phone. I don't know if that's right, so tell me if that's right or not in the chat. I've only got my phone, and that's all I have. I've been using Skype and FaceTime. So say it again, I plugged my USB into the PlayStation and I plugged the other bit into the phone.
You able to hear me?
Right, I can hear you, right?
You can hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh wait, hang on a minute, this isn't any use, man. I need to have that green cable in or I can't hear you through the microphone.
Well, never mind, just do a monologue.
I can hear you, but I can barely hear you. You know what I mean? Can you hear me alright? Can you hear me through my mic or can you hear me through my just general sound?
Perfect.
Oh, this isn't any use. I need to put that green cable in.
Andy? Andy, you hear me?
Right, James, talking to the PlayStation 9 now. Just for 2 seconds. I
Okay.
can't hear you whether I've got that green thing in or not. When I take it out, I can still not hear you because it's coming out of my phone, and I just can't. I can hear you.
Yeah, well, I can hear you both through the game and through Skype, but you can only hear me through the game by the sound of it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go out and
So,
if you just talk like you're doing now, you'll be fine. You're on the stream.
see the way I'm now, James.
Yeah.
Is it working? Is it working both ways?
Yeah, should be.
Right.
Because I can hear you through the game chat,
Right.
and you can hear me.
I don't know if my mic. I don't know if my mic's plugged in.
You're on the
See if I
stream.
plug. See if I plug my TV in. So now,
That's probably worse actually.
what?
Yeah, a bit.
Right. How about that?
It was louder just now. Yeah. Anyway, I'm out for qualifying, so I'll
How about
mute.
that?
Well, I've lap starting. Starting my lap. I won't make another lap. I'm out of fuel and I can't make another lap. Yes. He's coming round. I'm spectating Jordan for the last sector. Brilliant. Now I can hear you, Andy, on the stream. Go. Why won't this work? God's sake.
We'll be going to track shortly, be aware.
first corner. Can Eo Arcane challenge in any way to go into the first corner? And Jonas still has the advantage then. Through turn 1 and he's well away and clear. But still we are changing second place Jimbo as we know him. And then we've got a Red Bull up to third now. Who's that? That's a storming start from Mike Noon moving up to third. Chaos John all over the back of him. Is there any chaos behind that? A corner notorious for chaos. I've seen Michael Schumacher get rammed from Liuzzi down there. Through the hairpin they go, and Mike Noon and Chaos Jordan having a real scrap over that final podium spot as he goes down this long straight. And it looks, believe it or not, this is quite unbelievable, unprecedented. That Red Bull has got straight line speed, it's got a Renault engine in it. What's going on in TGP? Mike Noon goes wide and he's still, the Ferrari's all over the back of him. We've got a little bit of contact behind, more contact between Mike Noon and Chaos Jordan. They're not serious. And then we've got Alex Herrera in the background. Is that the Mercedes and the Marussia? Tom Smith, we've got 2x2, with Noah's Ark down at this. Unbelievable. Tom Smith is in third. In second, and look at absolute madness. So many cars on the safety to track. The seventh, but Noah's Ark down there. It was 2x2 going into the exit.
Oh, what?
To the leader, and still easy lead for Jonas out front. Jonas leading the way. In second place is Jimbo. Third position, a little bit further back is Nathan, and he's still in a locked in a strap with Chaos John. What a strap that is, and it doesn't look like it's going to be ending anytime soon. This could be one to watch all race. And then to be fair to Jimbo, he's sticking with the race leader out front, Jonas. And it's getting all too compact covered down the field. Paul has got a trolley train going on there. He's in fifth position. Tom Smith right behind him in sixth position. Seventh position right up behind him is Owen, who was making contact with the Mercedes earlier on. And he's now just gone storming past Tom Smith because he wasn't even there. Good move. Owen up into sixth place, Tom back down to seventh. And then it's the McLaren of Joe, I believe, in eighth position. It is indeed Joe. So he's 8, David, the other McLaren is 9th, and then the Red Bull right at the very back is Chris Johnson. We've got a few stragglers off behind that. We've got Neil Jack in 11th who came into contact with, just as I think it was Owen who came into contact with, King and JJ down in 12 and struggling at the moment. He'll not be happy. The other folks in there struggling as well in 13. Jonas still leads this race. Jim Bob still second. We need to go to the fight further down the field. Mike Noon and Chaos John still scrapping but not getting side by side just yet. Paul still in fifth, and then the scrap going on for 6th and 7th. Owen still holding that advantage. For 6th and 7th, but it is getting pretty tasty in there. Look at that from Owen down. It's looking very close. Tom Smith in 7th position then. It's all set up nicely in the midfield here. David is 8th. And making a move up to 9th. So hang on, David jumped 2 cars here. I don't know what's happened. David had a collision with his teammate. Quite possibly David and Joe had a collision there. Because Chris Johnson's benefited and moved up to 9th ahead of Joe. There could have been contact there between the two McLarens. I'm not too sure. The Irishman has now moved up to 8th position. The Northern Irishman, I should say. No, Republic of Ireland. Sorry, Republic of Ireland. I'll get mixed up with somebody I met that on meet there. Sorry. That's a disgraceful error. Owen is now 6th position from 7th, but out front still holding on to that advantage. But 2 drivers with 10-second penalties out there as well. John is still leading the way, and actually now beginning to stretch that lead over Jim Bob, which is disappointing for the neutral, but John has got a championship to win here and he wants to wrap this up as quickly as he can. Jim Bob well safe in 2nd position. Mike Noon still in 3rd with Chaos Jordan behind him in 4th, hoping to get some revenge on Mike Noon and jump back ahead of the Red Bull driver and play some of that sparkling fizzy fruit juice or whatever we call it on the podium here in Abu Dhabi, because it's certainly not champagne. Chaos Jordan running in 4th, Paul in 5th, behind him in 6th is Owen now. He began to pull in the back of the Scottish driver and maybe we'll be making a move on the third driver. David now 7th, they're going side by side with Tom Smith. Side by side through the corner, and look at that! It's almost 4 cars running the same piece of track down there. David 7th, Tom Smith is in 8th, and then the Red Bull in 9th is Chris Johnson with Joe right behind him. 4 cars on the line here. holding a massive train up behind him here. David 7th, Tom Smith right behind him in 8th, Chris Johnson is 9th, and Joe 10th, and they're not careful. There'll be more drivers getting involved pretty soon as well. Under the hotel they go, David, Tom, Chris, and Joe. It's feisty, isn't it? And David still holding the high ground in 7th place. They're beginning to drop back now from the Marussia in front of them. Owen is beginning to get the chance to pull away here, and it's helping out Paul as well. So across the line to begin the 4th lap, David 7th and Dom Smith all over the back of the 8th. The prancing horse is galloping onto his tail now, and surely that McLaren is under serious threat from the Ferrari behind. And if he's not careful, the prancing horse decides to make a mistake. A raging, charging pull behind will come keeping on and take the position. It's all set up nicely, and actually I think Chris Johnson tagged the back of Dom Smith there and lost the rear of his car. Pretty close, but he didn't make contact, and it's cost Chris Johnson, because here comes Joe on Chris Johnson then. The McLaren driver with Mercedes power, shooting up the straight line for the advantage. Takes towards the crowd. Once again, I'd like to go to VJ Maria, but again he's eating Curry onto the bridge. Joe up the inside, tries to make it stick. He can't quite do that, and somehow Chris Johnson with a steely attitude to hold on to that 9th place and all of 2 World Championship points. It's really hotting up down here. Joe denied there for the moment then, as David's still doing a stellar job of holding up the drivers behind. So as we go into an area of the track where overtaking is difficult, we'll switch back and see if we can find another battle on track. Neljak is homing in on that group pretty soon, and King MJJ has been dragged along with them, so we could end up with 6 cars jumping pretty soon with overlap. That could get juicy. And still John leads the way as we go to the 5th lap of this Grand Prix. The Williams man doing a stunning job. Jim Bob, as to be said, is doing a great job himself in 2nd position for Marussia, driving his heart out for the team with such a low budget, and he really is doing a fantastic job for Marussia. And I'll tell you what, that Facebook page, what is it again, Fearless Bastard, if you go and find cars in Q1, well, I tell you what, I'd fancy doing that if Jim Bob was driving in Marussia, because he's doing a great job at the moment. He's up in 2nd place. So Chaos John running in 3rd for Ferrari, also doing a great job. Night Noon, oh, I've not seen that actually. Chaos John has moved back in front of Night Noon, unseen by us on the cameras. Chaos John up in front now of Night Noon, so that must have been a cracking move, and he did have the advantage in qualifying, and he fancy that to stay the way it is through the end of the race. A good move it must have been on Night Noon, and he's dropped now to 4th. Owen is also, Owen is doing a great job. He's up past Paul as well now, and he looks to be homing in the drivers in front. We've just been watching the fight behind rage on for so long, we haven't been able to see the action up front. Comes back to the action between Chris and Dom, and look at that, it's going to be 3 different constructors fighting it out here down the main Chris back straight, and now Chris is ahead of Dom, and now Dom's under pressure from Joe to hit the brakes for the triple chicane. Left, right, left, oh my goodness, through there, and it's really hotting up. Dom's made a mistake, Joe's going to go around the outside. Oh, he's made him sick, the McLaren man moves up into 9th, and that's appreciated down in the carriage at McLaren. Beautiful move, Dom Riviera, little slide in the cut, and he moves up into 9th position. What a fight this is. I tell you what, with these 3 showings, David's got away from them a little bit. Remarkable. David has been holding them up for so long, but now managed to sprint clear a little and get on with his own race, the Irishman then. Up in 7th place, Chris Johnson 8th, and 9th is Joe, who's on a move now. He's on a mission. Both McLaren's on a mission at the moment. David's pulling away, and Joe's now getting in about it, getting his tyres and his car stuck into the melee that is unfolding in front of him. And actually, Dom Smith's dived into the pits then. Dom Smith has decided now is the time to pit, and he's going to try and pull off the undercut. Dom Smith for Ferrari down pit lane. We've seen how good Ferrari's pit stops are. Prime tire goes on to Dom Smith. He's going to the end of this Grand Prix. Neljak's in the pits as well, and look how much ground he's gained over the guys in front of him. He had a spin after a collision with Owen earlier on, I believe, and now he's right with these guys. Even Neljak could be a threat. He could be a threat to Chris Johnson and Joe here. Quite remarkable stuff. Think about it. So we go back to the front. John is still leading, still driving beautifully, and still on course for another 25 points. Jim Bob in 2nd place, and actually Jim Bob needs to get into a rhythm here. because Chaos Jordan is holding in on him, and all the while, Mike Moon is sticking with Chaos Jordan despite being overtaken. He's under pressure from far into the narrow at the track stump. So at the moment, right on his tail once again. Earlier on in the race, unseen by our cameras of him, and now, always right with him once again. Will we see any undercut, or are they all going to come in at the same time? Jonas carries on for another lap. Not much, we're sticking with the fight for 5th and 6th. We'll see how many drivers pour into the pit when these guys come in, if they do, and it looks to me like Paul does the opposite to Owen. I think he was told that down the radio. Box, so do the opposite to Owen, and that's exactly what he's done. Paul is Scottish driver, heads down pit lane for Lotus, and as Lotus always do, they'll probably be squeaking like crazy about that one. Owen then is in 4th position, and going on for another lap. That's a brave call. Paul will have the chance to jump him. David is in 5th position, and he's still not fitted. He was in the prime time, remember, so that explains why he was holding everyone up. Chris Johnson, just the same in fact. Into the pits into 7th position. Losing a pair of planes on and going to the end. Paul's coming out of the pits, really key. And relative to Joe and Co, is nowhere near him. Joe, here we go, this is crucial. Joe taking a lap later than John, side by side. Oh my goodness. And Joe, as he jumped on, he hasn't jumped on. That's the way it was before. John tried to jump Joe back again, and Jim was in a whisper of doing so. And there's Neiljack right there as well, sniffing at the back of Dom Smith, hoping that maybe he could have jumped Joe as well there. And because the guys in the prime cars have stayed out longer, that would be Chris Johnson. He could be under pressure from all 3 of those guys. And now they go split spinning down this back straight. Joe pulls to the left hand side. Dom Smith behind him, and Neiljack right behind him, getting himself back in the barrel. Dom Smith sends his Ferrari up the inside. The prancing horse sniffing up the inside, and he can't quite make the move stick. They're going to go side by side on the exit, underneath the Asperina Bridge, and down this long straight. And in a moment, the Mercedes Tower is going to come alongside and make it 3 wide. Is it 3 wide going down there? It might be. And look at that, Neiljack is going to go round the outside of the Lorem. Oh, what a move! What a move! Neiljack, take a bow stun. What a stunning move that is from 11th to 9th. He took Joe in a straight line and then decided, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to go round the outside of Dom Smith as well. Absolutely stunning stuff from Neiljack. 11th to 9th in a few moments, and Chris Johnson better be twitching in his foot on those flying tyres, because Neiljack can be flying past him pretty soon as well in the pit lane. This is stunning stuff from Neiljack. What a masterclass in overtaking that was. He's up to 9. Sensational stuff. Sensational, as you would say if their name's Joe. Absolutely incredible. As they go down that straight again, and King NJJ off and in the AstroTurf. It's a turn on, Dom Smith right, and Joe sends it up the inside. Wow, that contact. That was close. In fact, I say close, he made full on contact there, banging wheels there. And then they go through the high speed right-hander. They're in turn 2 and 3. I'm beginning to lose my breath here. And is that Chris Johnson? It is! How's he managed to do that? He stays ahead of Neiljack. Remarkable. We're now having a 4-car scrap between 4 different constructors. Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren and Ferrari, all in a scrap in the lower reaches of the top 10. Who'd have thought it? And Neiljack really needs to get Chris Johnson now before he gets those options up to temperature. And here comes Neiljack on the attack, up the inside. He sends it up the inside, and the overtaking masterclass might be about to continue. And Chris Johnson is powerless. He can do nothing. And the flying Neiljack moves up to 8th place now. Stunning manoeuvre. Absolutely brilliant. Up the inside, last of the late breakers, and Chris Johnson didn't know what hit him. Chris Johnson tries to come back up the inside. He thinks better of it, and Neiljack has done everything he needed to do and moves up into 8th place. What a sight this is. And this is all over last place. And we've got Joe with a penalty now. That's not good to hear. But the bottom line is it's not a drive-through penalty, it's a time penalty. We get to see these guys continue their racing. Neiljack gone wide, and through goes Chris Johnson, side by side under the hotel. Wow! Anyone? Oh, they're still making contact, and Chris Johnson comes to the barrier there. Absolutely incredible at the back of the pack. And still they continue to fuel. And still Neiljack is barely fending off Chris Johnson. Absolutely incredible. This is going to go right to the end of the race at the moment, because Neiljack is now holding up Chris Johnson on the tyre. It was like the M1 in fact, never mind the M6, it was like the M1 going to underneath the hotel. People who are staying in that hotel must have been worrying, including the country. Whoa! High speed accident! High speed accident! Whoa! You don't see that very often. High speed accident through turn 3, and Neil Jack will be absolutely seething. He will be raging. Unbelievable. Chris Johnson and Neil Jack make contact through the high speed turn 3. Neil Jack goes for a spin, and remarkably everybody avoids him. Because if he didn't avoid him, it would have been a monstrosity of an accident. And Neil Jack is away and going again in 11th place, and the scrap in front of him rages on. Look at this. Chris Johnson dropped the 10. Joe's now slithering up the inside of Tom to take 8th place. He was 11th 2 minutes ago. He's now 8. No, now he's 10. Chris Johnson and Tom Smith swarm all over Joe and retake the places. Chris Johnson 8, Tom Smith 9, Joe 10, and a disgusted Neil Jack down in 11th. Incredible.
Yeah, I
This is
just lost a couple of
absolutely
seconds.
strong.
I just had a moment in the chicane at the start of 63 and lost a couple of seconds.
John is out front, we're going to see that again. There it is, he's at a big mistake. John is dropping a couple of seconds. It should not affect him though, if he can just get back into that rhythm. Should be absolutely fine as things try to calm down a little bit down the back end of the track. Let's hope it does, because it's getting pretty ridiculous down there now. Absolutely thrilling. Watch the action elsewhere. In fact, David is now at that group after doing a long stint on those prime tires early on. He's at 7 and pushing on and looking pretty safe now. It appears to me like he's going to have to concede the advantage over him this weekend. Finish a catch-out call the Scottish driver unless he makes a mistake. So let's try and recap the order here. It's been quite dramatic.
Oh no, oh slow down. Almost.
Josh Jordan is up third position of Mike Noon. We've seen that fight with Jordan. Elders John on time.
I completely lost Andy on the mic. We really just got out.
So very interesting the way this is going to go on at the moment. We have here we go, here's the order rundown at the moment. We have got John leading the way with Jim Bob a good 5 or 6 seconds down the road in second. Geoff Jordan keeping Hamilton range in third position. Those two drivers probably got a lot of nerves at the moment. They've got a lot to lose, they're driving well. Mike Noon in third position, Owen in fifth with Paul keeping him on it. David all alone in seventh and looking pretty safe. Chris Johnson, Dom, Joe, Neil Jack, they just keep battling all Grand Prix. There's no point in moving out the order because it's going to change about a million times before the finish. So for the sake of clarification, we'll do that. It's Chris Johnson in 8th, Dom Smith in 9th with a 10-second penalty. Joe with a disgraceful 20 seconds, I thought I said 50 for a second there, it's 20. And Neil Jack in 11th. King and JJ also out the race like his teammate. Again, I would go down to Force India, but with that double mechanics. But still, Somalia is not caring, he's getting courage still down there, and that joke is getting pretty old, but that's the truth down there. John are still leading this way the race at the moment though, as we try to pick up some
My
action
start
there.
is right.
Let's go down.
No.
Oh, Richard. Grand Prix. That was popped into the quickest lap, was it Chris Johnson? No, it was David, I think. David popped into the quickest lap, a 42.0 to snatch a point from Jonas, I think. Is that 1 point for the fastest lap? So Jonas, I've already said it, the competitive animal that he is. Championship as quickly as he can, and with Wellington not here at the moment, got a good chance to really pull clear, and every point counts for the Williams man. Leading the way then, Jonas out front, second position Jim Bob, and in third position still Chaos Jordan, keeping them honest. Mike Noon still running in fourth. It's pretty processional in the top 5 positions, on fifth, and we've got Paul in sixth and under pressure now from a charging David, as we've just seen, has set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Scotland versus Ireland here in this race. You'll see that in a couple of weeks with the Euro qualifiers, but Paul's flying the flag for the Scots here, and he's going to have to do a lot of work. He wants to keep the charging David behind. I'm supposed to be impartial, but as you can probably tell by the accent, I'm Scottish, so Paul better do us a favour here and stay in front of David. Into turn 1. Paul still running in 6th position. behind him in seventh position is David, and I'm going to double correct myself because David is from Northern Ireland. I said he was from Northern Ireland, got it right the first time, then said he was from the Republic. He is from Northern Ireland. So I apologise again. So I also apologise for the remark about Scotland versus Ireland, because that's not happening. Well, it is happening, but it's not Scotland, Northern Ireland. So I'll retract that one as well. So David then on the attack, and looking pretty menacing here. Look at that, that's almost like Paul's giving up the ghost there. Look at the straight line speed advantage and the pace advantage on the Griffey or option tyre. David powers past in the McLaren and moves up into 6th, but there's a huge slide on the exit, and Paul might come back at him here. No, it doesn't look like it, just doesn't have the pace. David looks pretty safe, but here comes Paul with a slipstream in the DRS. Will he send it up the inside? Oh, he will! Paul, up the inside! No, he can't quite do it. Overshoots the corner, trying to pick up on what he's been learning in the karting at the weekend, and it didn't quite work out there. David, stays 6th, Paul, off to 7th. And the racetrack begin to calm down. Dom Smith 9, running dead by the in 9th position, and Joe is right with him again. Look at that, Joe right up behind Dom Smith. And maybe before the end of this race we could see some more drama between these two. All over the final World Championship point, remember. And after together, and we're going side by side again, nearly underneath the tunnel there, underneath the hotel, sorry. So I'm going to cut away from the action for a moment, and special mention to Neil Jack. I didn't see his incident with Owen earlier on in the Grand Prix. I don't know who was at fault. I also don't know fault between him and Chris Johnson. I was just riding on board with Neil Jack at the time of the collision, but it's been a very frustrating race. We've seen some great overtakes from him earlier on. I'm extremely disappointed to have seen him so far down the order, because he was providing us with some great entertainment earlier on in this Grand Prix. It's a real shame, but he's now, for all his efforts, for all his overtakes, he's going to pick up no points at the moment, so that's a shame for him this weekend. Dom Smith still running in 9th there, as you can see with Joe right up behind him. Back of him, and Dom Smith's going to surely lose that place pretty soon. He's all over the place, and Dom is going to lose that place here, and now here comes Joe pulling alongside and pulling clear. The prancing horse has run out of breath, and surely it's all over now, and Joe is through and up into 9th position, but Dom Smith, with the use of that huge slipstream, is going to come powering back up the inside, is he? The horse won't go out with a whimper, and he's going to go alongside through the second part of that difficult chicane and down towards the second chicane on this racetrack. Dom Smith is retaking the place on Joe. Remarkable stuff as they go on through the final lap with Johners out front. Dom Smith still 9. Joe still all over the back of the 10th. Tries to go down the outside. Dom Smith again breaks late and goes very wide into the corner. Still fending off Joe. Somehow over this 2 and 1 point. That's all it's over, 1 point. A net advantage of 1 point these guys are fending over. And they're going to go side by side, but Carter down and Rosberg collided. That's dangerous. And Dom Smith stays in front as they go into the single file part of the racetrack. But Joe's not going to listen. It's not single file to him. Side by side, underneath the hotel. And still Dom Smith bends him off, side by side still, into the penultimate corner. Is he up the inside? He is up the inside. Joe takes it back. Dom Smith still hanging out around the outside. Well, that's it, this sector was supposed to be going single file. It went side by side throughout the whole final sector. And Dom Smith, as he went to turn 1, still leads Joe. Sensational stuff. Sensational. And Dom Smith is still 9th, and Joe is still behind him in 10th. Just not getting into Joe here. This is remarkable. A real show of determination all over 1 point and 2 points. Into the hairpin again. Dom Smith looks like he's been struggling through here. He runs right up the marbles again. Way off onto the marbles. Way off onto the marbles. Neil Jack coming up, and not surprisingly either, he chucked the Mercedes steering wheel clean out of his car in disgust as they go side by side again. Dom Smith and Joe. You know what? Just go side by side through the home track. We're building a ski electric, and you can do that because this is getting crazy. And Dom Smith again defending from Joe with that Mercedes powered McLaren. Still side by side. This is incredible. Dom Smith, the heart of a lion, still pushing hard, still trying to stay in front of Joe, and is still succeeding in doing so. He's got the DRS, and they go into the final sector. Jonas has won this race. Jim Bobbers came home in 2nd, and Chaos Jordan is 3rd. Jonas is extending his championship lead again out front. Maitland is 4th. Owen is looking safe in 5th with David 6, Paul 7, Chris Johnson 8, and the fight for 9th and 10th continues in the final part of the lap. Chris Johnson comes home 8. Where is the fight for 9th and 10th? Joe doesn't look like he's going to do it, and Chris Johnson with that remarkable show of steel and defensive work. He's been learning defence from Preston North End lately, and he comes home to take 9th place, and Joe will be gutted with just 1 point after all his efforts. What a sensational race, particularly at the bottom end of the top 10. A fantastic race, and it's Johners who comes home in 24 minutes and 32 seconds to pick up the 25 points, but not 26, because that other World Championship point goes to David for the fastest lap. Johners wins, Jim Bob second, 7 seconds back, and Chaos John possibly a bit disappointed he couldn't beat Jim Bob in third.
The fuck was that? I was well up and turned in on me. I take it David got past us.
Okay guys, let's get these changes made. Remember to stay inside the white line or we'll
Go
get
in.
penalty.
Controversy, as the sky calls come to an end. Does that come to an end later on? TGP drama. The sky call may have ended in the last 5 minutes, which is huge drama. Huge drama.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, what? No. Once you've got
If you
back,
haven't put a set, that's it. You're set in stone.
once you get to the lobby to come back anyway.
And that's your setup done. You can't change it after that apart from covering.
No, you won't be able to change it.
Once you go on track you can't change it.
Are we talking about the...
Yeah, the part for me.
Just steady in front.
I don't want to start from qualifying, we're going to 8, and it remember my setup, and I was like, oh my god, best day ever that was. I assumed it was going to give me a silly. Nope. I just remember my setup. How about that? David is super qualifying. Somebody say something in 2 minutes.
There are two cars at the start of every body session that always sit behind each other and one backs off so much that I end up catching them on my lap. Every time. Now this match is probably going to get copyrighted sector 3 because I've got too close to the car in the front.
Well, that is my personal pointing to the teammate, not on my Christmas quick, it's not this water.
Because where I am in the garage, if I try going to check straight away, all the other cars go past anyway, so I'm behind them all, and then I've got to kind of back off.
Right. Oh wow.
I know this that might get completely ruined, so I check the car and come still on the lap, although they're just on my lag.
Oh my.
Behind the Red Bull,
You've just put in the
no,
fastest lap
that's
of the
gone.
job.
That's gone. Basically,
We're low on fuel. You'll need to return to the pits within the next couple of laps.
We're all set here in Bahrain. Guns have been out there for some of the qualifying runs early on, the opening 5 minutes of this session. So Jonas went out last time out in the other desert circuit that we have in the Middle East in Abu Dhabi. That Grand Prix from the second session. And Chaos Jordan and so that was how they qualified in the grand, and that's how they finished in the race. So a thrilling fight down the back end of the pack, and hopefully we can get it all the way through the field here this weekend. So qualifying just started, and Jim Bob at top 10 with a 1:32.5 is the quickest time so far. Jonas a 1:32.7 in second place. David third quickest for McLaren after a solid result from the back of the grid in Abu Dhabi last time out. He gained his 14th to finish fifth in that Grand Prix. So he runs in third position at the moment, 1.1 off the pace, and 1.1. We've got Chaos Jordan in fourth, right behind him, and almost right up behind him as well as H-Pro on a 134.0. We've got Paul 7th, fresh from his solid result as well last time out. Chris Johnson 8th, Neil Jack 9th, King NJJ looking for an improvement in the Force India in 10th, 9th and 11th, Tom Smith in 12th position. Joe yet to post a lap in there as well. We go ticking past the 9-minute mark in qualifying. Joe eating his dinner. He's not at Force India, so we'll eat curry. Oh well, it's the McLaren and it's your gravy. It must be a Yorkshire pudding on something, beef or something like that. I'm sorry, it must be
potatoes, roast chicken.
a very British, very McLaren thing to eat. So, Jim Bob,
give me the shit.
Jim Bob, well, a 131.9, there we go. Now we're getting quick as we move away from the food subject, and now it gives people the shit. Jim Bob is giving people up and down the paddock the shit for the last time like that, a 131.9. Wow, that's good to the can amongst the pigeons. That's a quick lap time from Jim Bob, as John was able to rival that one. He's out there at the moment, 8 tenths shy of it, and if he can go quicker than that, I'll be amazed. And Jim Bob then coming up to the line. This is a slow lap. He's coming into the pits then to end this current run. John though is pushing hard out there, looking for the 3 points that you get for a pole position. John in the final turn and heading up towards the line. What can the Williams man do? Claire Williams doesn't look too impressed on the pit wall. Up to the line. John a 32.0. He's shy. He's just shy of the time of Jim Bob by a tenth of a second. Well. Maybe Jim Bob is going to pace you this weekend. There is Johners toying with them once again. Is that the case? Seen so often this season. So, Johners out there pushing hard again. Jim Bob now in the pits after his initial run. A cracking qualifying and race. No, sorry, cracking.
Come on.
Cracking race last time.
Spin it out, man.
Get it out, unbelievable, eh? Sixth in the final corner and heading up towards the start line for Ferrari, and he's heading actually nowhere near the start line, he's heading down the pit lane. Down the pit lane he goes, 36 quickest with 6 minutes. Go. Oh look! A Force India posting a qualifying lap. Would you believe it? Absolutely brilliant. Wonder what DJ Malley has to say about that. I can't quite believe my eyes. H-Pro has gone 7th quickest and he's out there on the track at the moment. Brilliant to see. Go so well it's there. Paul in 8th position then. Neil Jack in the pits in 9th. Just going in and out right now. Tom Smith at 54.5 is quickest at the moment, currently 11th quickest. And pushing on another quick lap as Joe exits the pits after getting gravy all over him. And the mechanics cleaning that up. I don't know why he wasn't wearing a bib, because McLaren do sell bibs, believe it or not. I've been on the merchandise store, I've been on the store and had a look at some of the stuff, and we do sell bibs, so very surprising to see that Joe has not invested in one of those. So John's out there, still not improved after that previous lap there. He just went round again and did not make an improvement. Jim Bob on an out lap in the pits, returns to the track for one in the timing boards. Good to see for him. And King MG now in the racetrack this happening. On to do 4. King MG goes 4. Well, that's good to see. Force India getting in amongst it now, and DJ Malley is licking his lips after eating that curry. How spicy is that? Seeing his heads up to the line and begins another quick lap. Tom is out there in 6th position on an out lap where Tom Smith 4.0 from the last time he wasn't out.
No, but I'm bored with my dinner and haven't had a qualifying lap.
Well out there, 34.2, he's dropped down the order somewhat to 9th now. Neil Jack after the pursuit. But we start. And Lincoln coming out the pits after a solid 4th place last time out. Joe went into the line. Bang lap. 5 minutes to go. Still Jim Bob the quickest. And on a quick lap as well, as Jonas comes into the pits. It's not going well for the championship leader. Back down pit lane, no improvement on that 32.0, and things are looking up there in Marussia. Well, I did mention that John Book was biting his fingernails last week, and he quickly... A glimmer of hope for Marussia to be going absolutely balmy down the pit lane tonight. Jim Bob on another quick lap. What can the Norwegian do this time? Into the final sector he heads now. Round the final two corners. That corner so easy to run out wide, and he's all over the curb then. Pushing Hutter then. What can he do with 3 minutes and 45 to go? Heading down towards the final turn. Will he throw the kitchen sink at it? You bet he will. Jim Bob out of the final turn. Can he go quicker than a 31.9? No, because he's coming into the pit and ruining all the suspense that's built up. Disaster for the commentator as we ride on board with Jonas down pit lane. He's exiting the pits now. Owen is up in third now. We've got two. This is brilliant. Two Marussias up in the top three again, shining as brightly as the floodlights around the racetrack. Great to see King NJJ up in fourth. This is pretty topsy-turvy, except from Jonas. Great to see a little bit of variety in TGP1. So he's up in fourth. David's in fifth at the moment, and it's been a struggle for Chaos Jordan, who's really struggling to get the lap together in sixth on a 33.2 at the moment. What can he do this time round, the Ferrari man? Run wide. No, he can't run wide. I thought that was him running wide there. That was lag. So he's... And Paul's made an improvement after a slide down the order in the last few minutes. He's climbed back up into 7th place on a 133.4. Ami fan sitting back home watching that delightfully to see that the TGP1 7th place spot has been filled by Paul. Chaos Jordan comes down the final corner and heads towards the start line. Currently quick lap is a 33.2. This looks quicker. Up to the line. 32.7 and goes third quickest. Well, that's a crashing lap
going down the
from Chaos Jordan at 32.7. Jonas doesn't look too pleased. He's been rattled by Jim Bob, who's been rattling in the quick laps. Jonas then warming the tyres up. He knows this is crucial. He has 2 laps at it, but has he got the rhythm? Has he got the mindset? That's the question at the moment. He's warming the tyres up, he's bringing them in. Jonas for the line. This has got to be it then. He starts his flying lap right now. Across the line and towards turn 1 goes Jonas. For that first corner, nailing the apex, pretty tidy from the championship leader, the Williams man then. Can he light up the skies just like the floodlights we have here this weekend? Jonas then, towards the end of this first sector, into that right hander where we've seen so many incidents and overtakes over the years. Jonas now piling down the hill, left and right, absolutely bang on the apex. Look at that, stunning stuff, running very wide there and nearly losing the car. He really is on a mission at the moment. He's pushing the car to absolute limits, and the Williams mechanics love to see that. Jim Bob getting ready to begin a quick lap, and boy, I think he'll need it the way Jonas is pushing at the moment. Absolutely charging down the track. DRS open then down that back straight. Difficult to see any overtaking in the Grand Prix down there. It looks strange why they put it there. We think they put it in the run up to turn 3. Turn 4, sorry. As Jonas then into the final sector of the lap. The Williams singing its heart out with the Mercedes power bolted into the back of it. Jonas to the penultimate corner. That's very neat. That was very tight from Jonas. The perfect execution of a quick lap is almost complete. He's got the final corner to do. As Jonas about to smack a stunning lap into the timing board here. Jonas out of the final corner, running for the line. Is it any quicker? No! Well, yes, but only by a few hundred, and it's not enough to displace AR James yet. But one more lap at it, and Marussia are beginning to get excited. Jim Bob doing another quick lap. What can he do? Can he extend his advantage? This Jonas is chiseling away at it, lap by lap at the moment. This is getting really, really interesting. But Owen is a little bit distant to these two outside, but he's still going well in front at the moment, and on another flying lap. Chaos Jordan is fourth on a quick lap, and he's ran wide and ruined it. Absolutely thrown it all away. I think he will not improve on this one. Mike Goon's out there, up to 6th place at the moment. He's just been displaced by King MGT, I think, who's running fifth. As we stand, Jimbo, Jonas, Owen and Chaos Jordan is the top four. Then it is King MGT 5th, Mike Moon 6th, David 7th, Paul 8th, Neil Jack 9th, H-Bo 10th, Don 11th and Joe 12th as we ride on board with Jimbo coming out of the final corner and ruining his lap. His lap is in tatters. He will not do it this time. What about Jonas? Rounding the final two corners. Can he this time put pay to Jim Bob and maybe once again deny them at the last? Has Jonas been toying with them? Has he really got the potential? Has he got the pace? You know, Jim Bob will pull. He's wide in the final corner. I can't see how he's going to do it. Up to the line goes Jonas. It's a no! And Jim Bob has surely snapped to a remarkable pole position. I can't see how Mike Noon's going to do anything about it. Into the final corner and running up to the line. What about Mike Noon? No! He won't do it. He won't even improve. And it's absolutely incredible stuff here. Jim Bob, the Norwegian, delivers pole position. The only man in the 1 minute 31s. A 31.9 and Jonas is second on a 32.0, and there will be so many people back home cheering that one. They want to see not against Jonas, just hoping for a neutral result. A little bit more interesting in this championship. A good race tomorrow.
Couldn't get the last sector right.
Cracking day for Marussia. Look at that. 2 Marussias in park for me. I never thought I'd see the day. Absolutely incredible.
I just could not get that last sector right. I was quicker in sector 1 and 2, but I was just losing too much in 3. Get those last two corners hooked up. Because I was, even on the last two laps, which was when I was down in sector 2, I was still the 10th up in sector 3. I was that much down in sector 3. Get the second one quite right. No, it's not frame rate, it's just genuinely I'm quite bad at that second last corner.
Frame rate? Who said that?
Great to see.
From
Great
Jim Bob.
to see.
Can he deliver in the race? Has Jim Bob ever won a TGP event? Has he?
Jim Bob won last week at Russia, his first win.
My bad. Is that his first win? So can he repeat his antics today? So a win in Russia and now the chance of a win in Bahrain.
We'll be going to track shortly, be aware.
New TGP1 champion?
Yes! Oh wow. Game of what? Game of John Thrones? Good show, up.
Duel in Bahrain.
Nice.
And Jonas and Jim Bob separated by less than a tenth in qualifying. We are all set here for a fantastic race. We had one hell of a job beat down the back end of the pack last time out. What if we got it at the front here today? We're all set in the desert night. Bahrain is underway. Round 12 of the championship is going. Jim Bob as he runs down towards the first corner. Where is Jonas? Look at that, decisive to the pit wall goes Jim Bob as he runs into turn 1. Jim Bob leads, it's a drama behind. You bet, Jonas has been hit. Been hit by the regular Mike Noon, I think. Hit by the regular Mike Noon, and Jonas is way down in the pack. Disaster behind. Was it Mike Noon that Chris Johnson?
Part of my car was Jim Bob, he put me in the fucking wall. He just kept moving over.
Oh, Jim Bob apparently, oh wow, it's all kicking off here. Chris Johnson down the back in 13th place, and Neil Jack in 12th. Where is Jonas?
9.
Incredible stuff, unprecedented. Jonas is down in 9th. And Jim Bob leads Maitland to Jim Bob leads this race after what looked to be a push towards the pit wall on Jonas. I didn't see it, obviously I was taking time to pick up the action and leave the race, but I did see him go right over to the pit wall. Maitland is second and has a 10-second penalty for hitting Jonas in turn 1. Chaos Jordan third, H goes for power fifth, and Jonas is in real trouble, I think. This is actually the action of looking at the timing scheme. Jim Bob remarkably leads this race, it might be under investigation. Maitland's in second position with a 10-second penalty. Chaos Jordan runs in third. H goes up in fourth at the moment. And is that unbelievable then? Paul is right behind him, and Paul's in the attack looking for fourth place in TGP1. Wow, look at that. Well, sadly we won't see any Lucas roadblocks tonight because I really enjoyed that last one with Weidman not in action, but we're still seeing some great action from Paul as he looks all over the back of the H-Boat to try and make a move. Look at that, it's a sandwich there. It's a sandwich for Paul. He's stuck in a foot into a sandwich, and again DJ Malia is loving the look of that. Lucas not so much. Tom Smith is in 7th and Jonas, a very frustrated Jonas is in 8th and is on the attack of Tom Smith, and he might jump out the way because Jonas is enraged at the moment. Will he go round the outside? He will try to do so, and Tom Smith is what he was in Abu Dhabi. He's stubborn to overtake. He stays 7th, Jonas still down in 8th and disappointed of his start. Good side-by-side action going in front of that. King MJG on the attack as Jonas tries the undercut then on Tom Smith, and very nearly pulls it off. He goes side by side now on the run down towards this hairpin. This is going to be close. Jonas stays to the outside, turns in, but he can't turn in there because Tom Smith is still there, and the frustration continues to mount for Jonas.
It's just, well, that and the fact someone's gone right down the inside at turn 1, and that was pushed me into a spin. Someone hit me straight when a third car spun me round.
Maitland's red bull for sure. I don't know if he was hit, but I know for sure it was Maitland's red bull. Jonas is in 8th position and on the attack of Tom Smith. I can tell you now, Maitland did get a penalty for that at turn 1 as well. And Tom Smith goes defensive to the inside. That was late, very late, but look, Jonas is still there and he's got company in the hand of a Mercedes behind him as well. He tries to go down the outside at the final corner. He's not going to mess about this corner, and he's going to make it stick. Down the outside, he will have the pace advantage, you would think. And it's all going to kick off here because we've got a Mercedes in the attack as well. We could be 3 wide going down this straight here. We are going to be 3 wide. Delchat comes in and decides there and on it. Tom Smith up the inside of Jonas, still refusing to get in, and still holds on to 7th place. And Jonas hits the ball up in turn 1, hits the cut, and he's going to drop another place to Delchat. Oh my goodness, Jonas must be so angry. Delchat up the inside and through into 8th. No, he's not. Jonas much more confident on the break and stays in that 8th position and does not lose any more ground in his quest to get back up to the front in this Grand Prix. What a race. Now Jack Knight has got a McLaren in the shape of David all over the back of him. Tom Smith is beginning to shape up another crashing sight down the road, which is in the top 10. Tom Smith still in 7th. Jonas in 8th. 9th position is Neljak, and Jonas is still right up behind him, and looking to make the move this time. Jonas going to the outside. That's not easy. That's certainly not a slam dunk easy move. He goes to the outside. Tom Smith on the inside, and Jonas finally sneaks through and takes that 7th position away from Tom Smith. But he's at the curb, he's gone wide, and keeps it on the road. Oh! Contact there, contact, and Jonas is going to lose several places again. There's a McLaren without a front wing. Who is that? That's David. Makes contact with Tom Smith.
My brain's here, that's not an incident.
And now Tom Smith is 7th, Delchat is 8th, Jonas is 9th, and this is getting crazy down this straight. And Jonas is in the pit. Jonas in the pit, he doesn't want to get involved in any more of that stuff. And Delchat is on the attack. We've seen him pull off some stunning moves in Abu Dhabi and get nothing for it. He's on the move to try and get 6th now. Tries to go down the outside of Tom Smith. It's getting quickly action-packed down the bottom end now. Look at that. This is crazy.
Team safety car, I want it now.
Delchat 7th.
This is an abomination of a race. It's fucking stupid.
I see my family got a front line. I was talking rubbish. They've both got the front lines and they're both staying well away from the action. Whoa, good Johnson there, hitting the back of Neljak, and that means the McLaren is going to go on the inside and nearly make it 6. 5 cars all fighting over 6th place. That was David there having a little look at the back of the regular Chris Johnson after flipping Jack, and he nearly crushed him again. Wow, this is getting too uncomfortable to watch. It's so close. There's actually a fight going up the road from that as well. But we don't know what one to watch. I wish I had two screens in front of me. And Dom Smith is making this interesting. He stays where he is. Donald's 11th and doesn't look like he's going to win this week. Only 12 for the early pit stop as well. Jim Bob still leading out front and extending his advantage over Mike Noon in second place. Remember though, Jim Bob is apparently forcing Donald up against the pit wall. Mike Noon hitting Donald at turn 1. So, in a sense, the fight over third place.
In the wall. I actually hit the wall. I had to bloody so much momentum. That put me in the place to get smashed but turned on by everyone.
Connection after disaster from third position. H-Pro will be disgusted. What a disappointment for H-Pro. He was running so well, and DJ Malia, well,
Nobody saw on that. Oh, for goodness sake.
DJ Malia's going to have to do now. Come on! And DJ Malia, if I was him, I'd probably go need some more courage. But King MJJ is still flying the flag for Force India in fourth, albeit running wide and still hoping for a podium. Sergio Perez got one here before. Why can't King MJJ for Force India? So, as we were at the front, it is still controversial, as we know. I'll say it again. The lead for Jim Bob. Second place, also controversially, is Mike Noon. Third position, Chaos Jordan. And King MJJ is in fourth.
Oh, disaster.
Paul sticking with them, and Paul might really do a podium might be this weekend. I really hope it is for the Scottish driver. Putting in the effort once again, doing a great job. Neil Jack 53 in 6th position, Chris Johnson 7th. Dom has made a pit stop. I think Joe is 8th. David 9th. The two McLaren's having a duel now. This is brilliant racing. All the way through the order. Jonathan is now in front of Dom Smith. Dom Smith tried to cover, I believe, and it's not worked out.
Safety car car.
My end plates are missing. I have to come in to get a new wing.
I did see that actually on the Force India of King MJJ. No end plates on his car. Jim Bob still leading the race out front, still doing a stellar job at the head of the field and looks on course for victory. Chaos Jordan in second now with Mike Noon diving into the pits, and it's Paul in third, filling that final podium spot yet to stop. Chris Johnson fourth now, and going long into this race. Joe fifth on the prime tyre. Also going long into this Grand Prix, and everybody behind that has stopped. Mike Noon the first of them in 6th position, who is now fitted at slower prime tyre. Behind him, keeping him honest, King MJJ, with 5 or 6 seconds back. He's fitted the prime tyre at his pit stop, and Jonas as well fitted the prime tyre at his stop, and making use of clean air, trying to make his way up through the order. Over 9 and 10, Neil Jack just can't stop dealing with people. Dixon, well in front of Dom Smith now, and looking risky in that position. Neil Jack 9, Dom Smith 10, and bringing up the rear in 11th and 12 as Owen and Dave. So those guys at the back of the pack, and Jim Bob still leading the way, heading across the line and having a solid advantage, taking those options a long way into this Grand Prix, and looking good for a second with TGP1 at the moment. Chaos Jordan across the line in second place at the halfway point of this Bahrain Grand Prix. Paul into the pit. Lotus into the box. So he's thinking about that. I'm pretty sure. Onto the prime tyre. Like clockwork. Beautiful stop from the boys from Enstone. And Paul heads down the pit lane once again. Where will he rejoin the racetrack? Is he going to lose any position from his stop?
He's going to drop me.
Goes past. And who is that coming down the back straight towards him? That's King MJJ, and it's King MJJ behind Paul. I don't think that was the case before stop. I think King MJJ was in front of Paul, am I correct?
I have to get my wing change. Yeah, I got a wing change.
You got a wing change, that's right, and Paul is taking full advantage of that and moved up in extra place, but here comes Jonas on the move in 8th place on the prime tyres. The oldest tyres out there of the guys that have stopped. Can he do it? In his current predicament. And he's quite near the top in this race. And Yep, we might be on top of the World Championship. The stage is still going through. He wants to win as many races as he can. Look to be as dominant as possible. And to understand why. So we'll get up towards the podium towards the end of the day. Sure, that is our aim now. Get towards the podium. We might have a chance of picking up some solid spots. There's that line. Still keeping them honest, but not really threatening. 0-11th and at the back, David right up behind him still. Jim Bob, the race leader, dives into the pit. This is it. Tom has to get right. Jim Bob down pit lane, onto the side of the prime tyre, and he'll go to the finish. Drops to second as the race leader is now Chaos Jordan going a long way on those tyres. But who's that coming down the straight towards the first corner? That's Chris Johnson, when he's not stopped here, he's going long. And he's second. And whoa, we very nearly had a miles an hour Gutierrez running at turn one there. Wow, that was close. Jim Bob went super late on the brakes, and Chris Johnson, luckily seen him and he made flight contact, and now Jim Bob wants to get a hurry up here and get past him. Can he do it on the outside? It looks like he will. Chris Johnson, to the tyres, to the grip, he laps on those options, and Jim Bob moved up into second place, and is now on course for victory when Chaos Jordan stops to put those option tyres on. So will Chaos Jordan able to fight back? Hey, which line? Well, Chaos Jordan be able to push back towards the end of this race and home in on Jim Bob. That's why Jim Bob was so badly wanting to get past that Red Bull as quickly as he can, so he can maintain that cushion, or build on that cushion at the moment, over Mike Moon now gets up behind Joe, down this straight and heads towards the left-hander at the end of it, and Judy trying to go around the outside. Oh, he's pulled it off, sweeping around the outside of Joe. Beautiful move from Mike Moon. And Joe, who's yet to stop, just didn't want to fight it, and he couldn't fight it because Mike Moon was so much more grip on his new thing. Was up to 4. Plates from John after his tyres are beginning to Joe. Well, Joe fight back at Mike Moon in the final turn. What he wants is, I suspect, he'll be going down pit lane pretty soon. In fact, I predict he'll do that now. Mike Moon goes defensive, he doesn't need to worry about that. Joe peels off into the pit of the duel between Paul. Oh, here we go, now it's getting interesting for Jonas. Paul, King NJJ, and Jonas fighting over what is currently 5th, 6th and 7th, and we're going to go 3 wide, are we? No, we're not. King NJJ with extra speed, Powers passing up into 5th place, easily passing Paul there. Wow! And look at that, King NJJ up to 5th, Paul's up to 5th, and Jonas might have to pair them pretty soon. It's getting pretty tight. 3 drivers all fighting over this 5th place. This could become a podium fight later on in this Grand Prix when the drivers in front stop. And through turn 4 they go, and down towards the lead in turn 5, 6, 7 and 8. They go still. MJJ after making the move at turn 1 has the advantage over these two in 6th. Ball is in 6th, and in 7th is Jonas, not making the progress he would like yet. The tyres beginning to die, the animal on the radio stage. And he's maybe trying to find a late flourish, dig deep and get into the points a little deeper. Paul's at the clear exit, the storage driver clear exit, and here comes Jonas going alongside the championship leader. Surely with the Mercedes, Paul is going to come flying past, and he does, up the inside, and Paul is promoted to 7th. Then he comes back to the road. So you think he would have a little bit of fight in him and try to come back at him, and King NJJ tries to sprint clear while these guys fight. But surely it's inevitable that Jonas will get him as well.
Nah, he's not.
And King NJJ believes that Jonas is not going to do that, and he's going to maintain that advantage. We'll soon see. I hope he's right for the sake of the championship. As the DRS opens for Paul down the main straight, and he will not be able to challenge championship leader Jonathan to turn 1, and Jonathan is in 6th place now. All safe for him, and Paul down in 7th, and not going to be able to fight back until maybe the later stage of the race with Jonathan pitting so early. So if you can stick with him and pounce later on, there is still a chance for Paul. And Jonathan continues to hunt down King NJJ, who has stated he will stay in front at all costs. And we'll soon see the 2 Arsenal fans dueling over 5th and 6th position. And King NJJ coming under some serious pressure now from Jonas. And is it a matter of time? King MGG doesn't think so, and Jonas gets into the slipstream then. And Mercedes Williams into the toe. He won't be able to do anything about it this time. As we go back to the front of the action, and how is the race leader shaping up? Jim Bob still leading away, but he might have to work for it later on in this race, because Chris Johnson is still out there on the option panels. Hasn't even on then from the start. In second place, he's still not come in. He's coming in now though. That's a bit crazy. That's something that Pecklehead used to do when he raced with us. He used to stay out as long as possible and pit at the end. And Mike Noon is under pressure here from McLaren. Whoa, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy down the main straight there. Contact between Chaos Jordan and Mike Noon there. A late sweep across from Chaos Jordan, and he hit Mike Noon towards the barrier there. That was a bit hasty in the overtake. But Chaos Jordan does move up into second, and with 3 laps to go, I think he's not got enough pace. I think Jim Bob's got enough bumper to hold on to that victory.
Not really wanting to fight Jamie because he's lagging so much.
Well, the race leader remains Jim Bob, second place, looking safe now for Chaos Jordan, despite that collision there with Mike Noon for the second and third place. Hanging in BJ fourth, and ahead of Jonas still, a laggy fourth in there, apparently, not with BJ Malek here. But, yeah, King and BJ still fourth, and fifth position is John, he's right up behind him now. And who's that joining the party in the background? Is that Paul still keeping in touch, waiting for Jonas' tyres to die? And maybe...
I'm waiting for a tire to die.
The gap to the car behind, 7 seconds.
So it's still as we were, as we know Jack London in 7th position, doing a great job. Joe in 8th, running wide, there is Joe, and is he under any pressure? No, he's not yet, but that there goes quickly mentioning of Chris Johnson on those new French tyres. Seems to be lining up a move 50 to try and move up to 8th, and maybe 7th after that as well. They'll be lapping a lot quicker. As Jonas and King NGG might be about to enter those quarters going down that main straight as they go towards turn 1, and they are going, look at that, look how defensive King NGG is going to the inside, and Jonas tries to sweep down the outside. King NGG runs wide, and Jonas takes that place. Does he? On the exit, yes, up at the 4th place he goes, and King NGG has been denied, and what he said earlier on in the Grand Prix has not came true. He hasn't held off Jonas for long enough, but maybe he'll come back when the tyres die. We'll soon see. One thing for sure, Paul's not finished yet. He's keeping in touch in 6th place. It's been a good night for Paul. Did well last time out, and is doing well again. And it's Jim Bob, 2nd place last time out. Looks like he's going to go one better. He's on the penultimate lap of this race now, I think. No, he's not yet. He's about to start that penultimate lap there. He can just keep it over the air and drive easily, kill cautiously. He should do enough. It's only a mistake that's going to cause Chaos Jordan to catch him. He's just too far back, I think. But he is pushing hard for anything that might happen in front of him. Mike Noon still running in front, as we know. But as I said, Jonas might come into play for that final podium spot before the end, but his tyres might say otherwise. Yes, hunting down Mike Noon, and Mike Noon does have a 10-second penalty for actually hitting Jonas earlier on, so don't expect him to let him back through. He does already have a penalty. Jonas is in a net podium place.
So let's make sure to keep it clean and bring the car home safely.
Jonas does still have a net podium in this Grand Prix. Jim Bob leads, Chaos Jordan second, Mike Noon third, but Jonas looking safe for the podium. Unless Mike Noon was hit from behind, that is entirely possible, and that might be the reason for his penalty. Jonas fourth then, King NGG 5th. And in 6th position, right behind him, Paul still in the Morris. Now Jack having a lonely race now in 7th, he's well clear of Dom Smith, and it's now Joe's beginning to hunt him down on his option tyres. Johnson hunting him down as well. With that 1 point after great qualifying, his best qualifying in TGP yet. Okay, with Dom Smith 11th, picking up any points for Ferrari this weekend. 7-12 a difference, and he's last and well down the field. And not a good weekend after a great qualifying. Southern Madrid, and it's all gone and turned horribly against that Marussia. Not the same for his teammate though. Driving ease out front and about to begin his final lap of the Grand Prix. and a brilliant drive from him. Made easier by Johnner's first lap troubles. And Maitland is now under real threat from Johnner in that fight for third and fourth. With, as I said, still ever waiting in the jaws. A bit, but just comfort.
Oh, DRS.
And King NGG runs fifth, following sixth. And I think there might be a duel in the final turn here. Neiljack under pressure from a flying Joe on those option tyres. He really has been homing in the back of Neiljack in recent laps, and he's going to try and make the move. Goes to the outside at the beginning of the final lap. Is he going to make it stick? Neiljack might stick it up the inside. He doesn't. He stays sensible and stays in 8th place. Joe moved up to 7th then. Neiljack 8th. And Chris Johnson disappointed probably not to have any late pace despite making that late stop for Frank. David 10th, as I already mentioned, 11th Tom Smith, and at the back disappointing day for Owen. So we go back to Jim Bob then. He's about to enter the final sector of the lap. Oh, he spun it! He spun it! Oh, a half spin! A half spin for Jim Bob! And if he went for a full spin, Taylor Short would have been in, no doubt about it. That was lucky for Jim Bob. That was so close to throwing the weekend away. It's been faultless up until then, but he's coming up to the final corner. And Jim Bob, he delivered in qualifying yesterday, and he's going to deliver again today in the race. He's weaving from left to right and up the line. He wins for the second time in TGP here in Bahrain. Round 12 is his. And it's going to be an inquest after the race for that squeeze on Johners on the run down to turn 1. Chaos Jordan is second. Mike Noon just about picks up third from out. It's infuriated Johners in fourth with with King MJG home in fifth. Sixth position behind him was Paul. Another great drive. In fact, Paul climbs up to fifth as a result of the penalty sustained by Mike Noon. Neiljack then takes seventh. Joe, who drops to 9th now, as Chris Johnson is up to 8th, David 10th, Smith 11th, and Owen in 12th. Tom Smith actually takes that final point away from David there, right at the very end, after David had a penalty, so it's been a disaster for David after a good qualifying yesterday. But it's a great drive from Bob. He picks up the victory, but there will be an inquest after this race. Chaos Jordan second, Johners third. King MJG, he'll be happy with fourth. PJ Malia might buy him a curry, who knows. Paul fifth, Mike Noon sixth, Neiljack seventh, Chris Johnson eighth.
You arseholes need to learn to fucking drive, you wankers.
I mean, basically got F because of me by everyone at turn 1, so that ended me about 9th or 10th.
I wish people want
driving off the track.
Just as the race is coming to
Celebrates the victory.
It's
Faultless, apart from a
somebody.
half spin at the end and potentially squeezing Johners against the barrier on the run down into turn 1.
Well done, Jim Bob. That last line gave me a scare on board of Jim Bob now as he comes out. Oh, and he spun it! Classic.
Spun it, I was expecting a full spin.
Taking someone out? Seriously? It's a fucking joke. You know what, I'm fucking done with this.
Races live, entertaining races.
Oh, fuck internet.
Oh, what a shame, seriously.
Love that.
A lot of unhappy people.
Well, guys, how was that for a week in TGP?
Unprecedented.
Have you heard some of our guest commentator Ginger Andy in the lobby. Sadly, I couldn't get him through Skype onto the chat itself, so we'll have to sort that out for another time. But got a win, got a pole position, and got a P2 at Abu Dhabi. Not bad at all. To me, well in the championship. I will probably be still third, but very decent points to score tonight. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. If you're watching this live or just as a replay, like, sub or share to my channel. Feel free to do whatever you want. And I've been AR James, and I'm out of here. Bye bye. Or goodbye.